So till now we have studied how to declare an array. So now we will study how to create an array. So now we will look how we can create an array. So we will study about array creation, how we can create an array. So in Java, every array in Java like acts as an object. So every array in Java acts as an object. So if we want to create any Java array, so we have to create the object of that array. So we can create the array using new keyword. So new keyword like we can create any object by using the new keyword. So for same if we want to create array of the object of Java, so we have to use the new keyword. So now we will look how we can create an array. Suppose we want to declare a array of integer, so we can declare as int array and the variable name. So this is how we declare. We have declared that x is an int variable, int array. X is an int array. So how we can create this? So at the time of declaration, we need not require to specify the size. But at the time of creation, we have to declare a size. So how to create? So we can create like example, we int array x equal to new, which the new of like x is about to create of which data type int, and the size we have to specify here. Suppose we specify 3. So this is must. At the time of creation of an array, we have to specify the size of the array. If we did not specify, then we will get a compile time error. Okay. So like in Java, for every array type, corresponding classes are available, and these classes are part of Java language and are not available to the programmer level. Suppose we create, so what we said, like for every array type, corresponding classes are available, and these classes are parts of Java language and not available to the programmer level. So what is meant by this line? Let me explain it through an example. Suppose we have created an array of integer type x, and the size is, suppose we have created an array. So if we write the system.out.println and we write here x, so what is the output? So this is how let me like clarify it more. So here when we declare, this is the declaration part and this whole is the creation part. So this is creation. This is how we can declare, this is how we can create an array variable. So after the declaration, what happens? After the declaration, we get a variable. So this is the variable x. This is the variable x, and see, it is a size of 3. So it is size of 3. So this is how it is created. and they are individually assigned with the index value. The index value starts from 0, 1 and 2. So this one is referred as x of 0, this one is referred as x of 1, this one is referred as x of 2. So these are the index number or index value. So suppose if we write system.out.println x of 0, so it will define, right, like it will give the value at this place. So what it will give if we write the variable name only? So this will provide you the class name, like it will provide a class and like the number of array, and we will get, so this is so we will get the output as, see, as it is a one-dimensional array, so we will get here one square bracket, opening square bracket, and it is of integer type, so it will give you integer. So this can be same written as system.out.println a.get class dot get name. So this is how this square bracket a, and it will give, like, it is of integer type, so capital I. So this is what we meant by, like, for every array type corresponding classes are available. So this is the class corresponding to this array type. So there are similar more classes corresponding to different array types. So suppose I will just give you a table, you can remember this, or you can like get to know how it is done, and you will, need not to remember all of this. So if we write an array type and the corresponding classes, suppose we have an integer array, so what is the corresponding class? So it is square bracket and capital I. So if we have two-dimensional, this is single dimensional, if we have two-dimensional array or int two-dimensional array, then the corresponding class will be 2 square bracket and capital I. So in similar manner, the double, we can also create an array of double data type. So we will get square bracket and capital T, short square bracket capital S, byte square bracket capital B, boolean square bracket and capital Z. So these are the few name of the classes associated with each array type. So you have to remember this. So there are various points which needs to be remembered. So we will write this as, suppose we will make a note and we will write all of this. So what is the first point? So first point is, like, at the time of array creation, like we have created array, it is compulsory to specify the size, otherwise we will get compile time error. So what is the point? At the time of array creation, compulsory we should specify the size, otherwise we will get compile time error. So for example, if we create an array of integer type, so these are the two scenarios which we can get. In one of the scenario we declare the size, and in one we did not declare the size. So here we will get compile time error. So, and this one is the correct, this one is valid. So at the time of array creation, we have to, it is mandatory to specify the size of the array. And the second point is, like, we can also specify as array with a size 0. So it is legal to specify array of size 0 in Java. So for example, we will declare a int array, and we can declare the size as 0. This is valid, so there is no compile time error in this. So apart from this, so we know that we have to define a size, and we can define the size as 0. So if we define the size as negative number, so if we specify the size of the array in negative, then we will get runtime exception saying negative array size exemption. So at the time of declare it, what we can, if we are trying to specify array size with negative value, then we will get runtime exception saying negative array size exemption. So what does this mean? Like, we can define any number of size and we can define 0. So let's take an example that will clarify it more. Suppose we take an integer variable of the name x, and we create a new variable int. So suppose we take a negative value, so this negative value will create a runtime exception. So what it will be saying, it will say negative array size exemption. So what is the runtime exception? The negative array size exemption. So now we should know what all the values we can declare inside this array creation. So to specify array size, the allowed data types are byte, short, character, int. So these are only the data types which we can declare here in place of size. Other than that, if we declare anything like apart from these, the data types are float, long, double, and boolean. So if we declare these, then we will get compile time error. So what does mean by this? So let's suppose take an example. So we can declare int x new int a. This is well and good. So we can declare a character also inside an array. So it will automatically fetch the size, that is 97. It will automatically fetch it. So we can declare the byte, short, character, and an int inside the array block. But if we declare float, long, double, boolean, then we will get compile time error. So these are all the points, all the 4 points which we have to keep in mind when we are declaring an array, or we are creating an array. There is one more special topic in array which we will cover, which is the most important topic, that is length versus length. So this is the most important topic. So it is the most important topic for the interviewers also, for interview purpose. This is the most important topic. So we will now this is the best. So the length, this length is associated with the array. So we will discuss here. So First we will discuss about length. So what is length? Length is a final variable applicable for array. What is length? It is a final variable applicable for arrays. And in the same column we will discuss about length method. This is length variable and this is length method. So what is length method? Length method is a final method applicable for string object. It is a final method applicable for string object. So what does this length variable do? The length variable represents the size of an array, the size of an array. So what is the size of the array which we can get from the length variable? So what we can get from the length method? Length method returns the number of characters present in the string. It returns the number of character present in the string. So suppose now we will take an example which will clarify more. Suppose we create an array int x equal to new int of size 6. Okay, so now if we write system.out.println x.length method, so what will be the output? And if we write system.out.println x.length variable, what will be the output? So if we write this x.length method, so here we will get compile time error, as length method is used for, it will return the number of characters present in the string, but this is not a string, it's an integer data type. So it will give us a compile time error, like it will say cannot find, it will give the compile time error, cannot find symbol. What it is looking for? This length method is looking for string, so cannot find symbol. And what is the location where it is not finding the symbol? That is class int. So what does length method do? It will return the number of characters present in the string. So and the length method will return the number of characters. So here x is not a string, x is the integer type, so it will give us a compile time error. So if we do as system.out.println x.length, so what length will do? Length, it will return the size of an array. So it will return the size. What is the size? 6 is the size, so 6 we will get as output. So in the similar manner, if we take here example as string s equals to ram, and if we take system.out.println s.length and system.out.println s.length method. So here we have two cases. The first one is like we have taken the s as length variable, and the second one is s.length method. So s.length length will return the size of the array. So but here we don't have any size of the string, so as it is a string, so it will give us a compile time error saying that same cannot find symbol, location, class.java.lang.string. So and in the s, it will length method, the length method returns the size of the string. So what is the size of the string? That is 3. So this is the main difference between the length method and the length variable. So one more point we have to keep in mind, like length variable is applicable only for arrays but not for string, and whereas length method is applicable for string object and not for arrays. So what is the we have to keep in mind, like we can take a note of this. Length variable applicable for applicable, not applicable. So length variable is applicable for array and not for string, and length method is applicable for string object and not for array. So length method, so what we come from, length variable is applicable for array and not for string, and length method is applicable for string object and not for array. So these are all the topics which we have discussed about array. Like we have discussed about array creation and array declaration. Okay, thank you.